In this video, we'll talk about exception retry mechanism. Here, in this, we'll take two examples. First, here we have a login. So after launching the Centrix application, if we are going to log in into that application, so due to less wait time, if it is not loading that specific login page, so it will not able to put the details and it will not able to log into that. So in that scenario, what I am going to show you, I am going to retry this part. If you see here in the Object Studio, in the login part, in the wait stage, here we have 0.2 second. If we will put here 10 second, first time it will might be load and then it will able to log in, but sometime due to the heavy usage or due to some server issue, if we have put here 10 second but then also it is not working, it is not, that application is not loaded, so that will throw an error. So what we can do in this scenario, there are some scenario you need to think about that, like where you should apply this retry mechanism. So first I'm going to Process Studio and let me give some space here. Okay, so after launching this application, I'm going to take one block stage here, and in the block stage I'm going to take one recover. This is for if error occurs on this page, on this stage, so it will be cached by recover stage, and after that we will resume this. Let me delete this line, take anchor stage, connect with this and connect with this, and then link this stage with the anchor and then link this stage. So by this way what will happen, here it will first time launch this application, it will come to this, it will try to log in, but if this launch is not completely done, then it will throw an error, it will resume and then come again. So by this way it will retry multiple time. Let me run this here. If I will run this, and you will see here currently this application is launching, but still it's not loaded, it is going to the recover, resume, and then it's completing this part and go to end, because this part is done now, and then it will go with the next one. But as I told you that if this application is closed or might be this is not loaded due to file is missing, then what will happen? It will continuously run in the loop. Now what we can do here, check one condition here, and that is for checking if it is really system exception. Check here and click on this function exceptions, take here exception type. If exception type equals to, click on this plus in the exception type, take here this system exception. So it will check here if exception type equal to system exception, then it will go to the resume and then it will retry. So if yes, it will go and resume and then come with this line again. Now in the no part we can take one exception stage just for throwing an exception. So we can throw an exception here, throw login exception, and select here system exception and write here that after retry unable to log in into Centrix data solutions, right? Now click OK and link this with this exception. So yes and no. Now it will check here if this is system exception, it will go to the top. If it is not, it will throw an error. I don't want to retry more than 3 times. I want to set a retry limit here. So retry limit we can set as a 3 times or 5 times. If our application did not load in 3 retry or 5 retry, we don't want to open this. We don't want to do this. Just throw an error and log that error. So for that, what we need to do here, now delete this line and take here 2 data items, one data item for retry count, because we need to increase that retry count. So first time we can set as 0. Second data item we can take as a retry limit. So our retry limit will be again number, but initial value will be 3. Now click OK, and now double click on this system exception and right here, and here we are going to check 2 conditions. If this is system exception, then only we need to retry. If this is not system exception, do not retry, because business exception does not need to retry. So we'll take here retry count. If retry count is less than retry limit, it means if we are putting 0, 0 less than 3, so yes, it will go to the next. So we'll put here system exception and retry, and here what we can write, after multiple retry unable to log into Centris Data Solutions. And now in the yes part we can take one calculation so that we can apply here counter +1. So we'll write here retry count plus or like +1, and here we'll take retry count +1, and we'll store the same thing in the retry count. So what will happen? It will check if this is system exception and retry less than retry limit. So yes, it will go here and it will increase +1. So our count is 0, so 0 + 1 1, and then it will come again, there is an error, it will again come to this recover part, retry plus, so it will 2, then 3, like that. So if retry count is 3 and retry limit also 3, so 3 less than 3, no, then it will throw an error here, right. So we can also set multiple retry reached, multiple retry, or retry limit reached, like that we can write retry limit reached or exceeded, something like that. And now link this decision stage and then here. Now first time you will see currently here we have 0. Now once it will go from here, it will increase +1. Click on set and run this now, and you will see here it is going to recover retry count +1. Now you can see a retry count is 1. Now it will try to log in this. So by this way it will be able to log into this one, right. Now by this way you can retry these things. Now I am going to show you another example, and that will help you to understand this easily. Now let me go to the get Excel as a collection, and let me copy these things here, this same value, this, and these 2 variable, and go to get Excel, paste here. Now what I am going to show you here, while opening this workbook, if that file is not available, so I want to just retry 3 times only. If still that is not available, then, or still is not able to open that workbook, I am going to retry 3 times and then throw an error. So let me just do like this. and take here and take this block stage here, and then take this recover inside this, and then we can connect here, delete this part, and then take this anchor stage here, take this resume here, take this retry count here. And now in this I am going to find this, if this file is available then it will open this file, if this is not available then it will go and retry. So let me put here some different file name so that we can see this example. Let me link this create instance with here, and here we are going to work on files, right. So we will be getting file not available exception, we are not going to get system exception. So let me delete this one and go to exception, click on types and take here file not found, right, and then take here retry less than limit, click OK. Change the name, file not found exception, and retry. Now in the throw exception, what we can write here, retry limit reached, unable to open requested file something. Now you will see here I am going to run this. Let me close this and go to start, set next, and then click on run. So create instance, it is going to open workbook, and then it will throw an error, it will go to recover, and error part I will show you here next time. You can see here error is file not found exception, and then file, this file is not exist or is not a file, right. So you can see retry count is 1, it is going to recover, again it will go to the decision. Let me run this and you will see here it will retry up to 3 times plus 1. Now count is 2, so it will again check 2 less than 3, yes. Now count is 3, so now this time again it will come 3 less than 3, no, so it will throw an error, and you can see error is retry limit reached, unable to open requested file. Now here we are running from the specific page, that is why we are getting one error here, that exception here. Now if we will run the same thing from this main page, so we will be getting that exception type here, it will not throw an error here. You can see, let me run from here, refresh and reset, now run this. So it will go launch and login, it will complete this part first. So in the first retry it will type the staff number and password, and then it will go to orders menu, and then it will go to new orders. Okay, now you can see we are on the get Excel ledger collection, and then this time we will be getting one error, and it will retry up to 3 times here. Let me increase the speed, and you will see here now and now we are getting this is completed and error is here, retry limit reached, unable to open requested file. So by this way we can apply retry mechanism in Blue Prism here.